Hey guys, it's Di from BeingMommywithStyle, and today we're going to be doing our Beauty and the Beast movie viewing party. So hopefully you're watching this video around the time that the live action movie is coming out, and we're going to be watching the animated version tonight at home. We already have it on DVD, obviously, and we are going to be kind of celebrating like we did with the Cinderella movie. When that came out, I had the girls watch the animated version at home, and we just did a fun little party. So that's what we're going to be doing here tonight. So I'm prepping everything right now, and I'll kind of show you some of the prep and then the final dinner. And I made cute little menus, even though it's just for us, but I thought it would be fun to do cute little menus. So I'll show you what we're gonna have for dinner tonight and take you along as I prep our Beauty and the Beast little movie viewing party dinner. So here's what I'm planning for dinner. We're gonna have sirloin steak, and I'm calling that the master's entree. Chips, potatoes. I'm just making potatoes as a side. Some veggies. I hadn't decided what veggie I was gonna serve when I made this up, so that's why it just says veggies. Cogsworth crescent rolls, Mrs. Potts tea and lemonade, just the drinks basically. And then all the desserts are Belle's sweet treats. So then I'm gonna make some Belle rose cupcakes. It's just yellow icing with a rose that you can get at the store on top. And then also some gray stuff cupcakes. And I will share that in a separate blog post and video to make the gray stuff, and it's super easy. And then also the gray stuff just plated, means just like on the plate. And a lot of this stuff I already had, and then down here I have try the gray stuff. It's delicious. Don't believe us? Ask the dishes. So I already had a lot of this stuff, and then a couple of the things I used the Disney gift cards that I had left over from our trip to get some plush characters. I got this little plush Cogsworth, and then I also got this plush Mrs. Potts just to have like a little added ambiance here. And then this is a Ray Dunn piece that says Bon Appetit, so I thought I could use that. I already have this chip mug. I got this at the Disney outlet a while back, and I already had Lumiere. And Lumiere is fun because he actually turns on and he has like LED like little lights that flicker. And then I just rolled up, I already had these. These are actually Christmas napkins. They just have swirls on them. I just made some red roses out of these napkins. So they're just gonna be part of the decoration. When we stopped into the Disney store, they were nice enough to give us these Belle masks. I told them what I was doing, that I was having a Beauty and the Beast party, and they're like, here, take these with you. So we have these little Belle masks that the kids can use. And then I'm gonna be making out of this little glass Belle jar, I'm gonna be making an Enchanted Rose with some LED lights and just putting that on the center of the table for decoration. So I got this at Michael's. It's like the perfect size, and I was able to use a 40% off coupon for that. And then I got this rose at Hobby Lobby, and I also have some roses to scatter on the table, and I got all those at Hobby Lobby. And then coincidentally enough, Isabella's class is going to be doing a fairy house at school next week actually. So all the leftover materials like the rose petals I don't use, I'm sending into her school for them to use, so like none of it goes to waste. So this is my prepping area. I'm going to start by putting the cupcakes into the oven and get things going here so I can start the dinner. Here are all the items I'm going to use to make the different desserts. So I think I got this at either Michael's or Walmart. It's this yellow icing, and then the roses to go on top of it. That's pretty self-explanatory. You just put that on top of the cupcakes, and then this cupcake mix I'm going to also use to make the gray stuff cupcakes, and then I'm just going to have gray stuff also on the side that you can just put on a dish because I like it that way as well. So I got these disposable bags and the different tips to put it on the plate just so it looks a little bit nicer. But I do have a blog post, hopefully it will be live by the time that this video is live, about making the gray stuff the easiest way. And I just used a Ziploc bag and cut off the end. And then I also used like pudding that was ready made, and it was really simple and easy to do. It was really quick. And also you can do it for smaller servings. So I will definitely try to get that blog post posted as quickly as possible. And then these, you can find these little sprinkles at places like Walmart, Target, Michael's. And I also found these cute little mini, I loved these little, they call them treat containers on an end cap at Michael's. So I don't know quite how I'm going to use these, but obviously they would be the perfect size for one of these roses in there. So I made us use them at little decorations at the different spots. So I'm going to get going by starting the cupcakes, and then I can ice some of them and put gray stuff on some of them. I've got my little helper here. She's helping me make the cupcakes. And my little helper is mixing it up for me here. We're going to get it nice and mixed and then get these in the oven so they can cool, and we can finish them with the icing. Woo! So we'll put our first batch in there to go, and then once those cool down, we'll put some icing on those. So then I'm gonna start making the gray stuff, and I'm gonna use a blender. I'm just gonna pulse some of these Oreos. I'm gonna break them into half and then put them here to use this to pulse, and then just chops it up into little bits, and you're gonna mix that together with pudding, either pudding that's ready made, and I'll have that recipe on my blog, or you can use an instant pudding as well. Today, since I'm gonna be making a bigger batch, I'm gonna use this instant vanilla pudding that I got at Kroger, and you can also use the pudding cups, and I have a recipe for using 2 pudding cups with Oreos, and it makes a smaller, about 4 to 6 servings. So this is gonna make a much larger amount, but since I'm gonna frost some of the cupcakes with it, that's why I want a larger amount, and then I'll put some of it on plates. So I'm gonna make this in a separate bowl. So I just took the Oreos and I kind of put them into smaller bits, and I'm gonna make sure the lid's on nice and tight, and I'm gonna stay here and try to pulse it so that way it starts breaking up into these tiny pieces. Then what you're left with is a really nice cookie dust. So I'm gonna put this over in a bowl on the side and add that to my pudding when this is done. So after you've pulsed the Oreos in the blender, this is what you get. You get a really nice fine mixture, and I'm chilling the pudding in the refrigerator right now, so we're gonna add this all together with some Cool Whip, and that makes the gray stuff. First batch of cupcakes out of the oven. I'm gonna let these cool, and then we'll put the different toppings on. So I set the pudding in the fridge to kind of solidify a little bit. I've got the cookie mix and then also some whipped cream. I'm gonna mix all these things together in this bowl, and then that's gonna be the start of my gray stuff. So I just kind of whipped up the pudding a little bit. I'm gonna dump some of this cookie mixture in there and then stir that around and then add the whipped cream. That's what it looks like with just the cookie mixture in there. I'm just gonna mix this all together, and I might get my mixer out to do that. There's the cookie mix all mixed together, and that's gonna add a little bit of this chocolate instant pudding, which is already open, and it just makes it a little bit darker. And then this is ready to chill in the refrigerator while I work on icing the cupcakes. You don't need the whole package. I just started out with about 2 or 3 tablespoons worth. I just shook it in, and then I'll add a little bit more as I go along. So about 5 to 6 tablespoons of the chocolate pudding mix just mixed in there makes it this nice kind of silvery gray color. So I'm going to finish mixing this and then toss this in the fridge to set. So I'm going to work on frosting a couple of the cupcakes, and the kids are going to do some as well. I just have the star tip on the yellow icing that was already pre-mixed in the bag, and I'm just going to take this and put a little bit of the icing all around the cupcake. And then I'm going to go through, I'm just going to do some examples for the kids so they can kind of see, and then I'm going to let them do whatever they want to decorate the cupcakes. Put that over there, and then I'm just going to take one of these roses, and that will be our little embellishment on the top. And then these will be our Belle inspired cupcakes. Really simple and easy, just yellow frosting with the red rose on top. So Bella's gonna try to frost some of them, and it's a lot tougher than it looks because you have to squeeze really, really hard to get it out of there. Kind of help you squeeze up at the top to get it down.
You need a grown-up to help you do this too. And if you're making a cake, if you want to light the candles, do not light it at home.
Do not light it at home. You have to have a grown-up to help you do that too. So we're just gonna get some yellow frosting on there. Then while she's finishing up doing that, I've got to turn to starting the regular food, putting the steaks in the broiler and starting some of the sides. How's it going over there, Bella? It's tougher than it looks, isn't it?
That looks delicious. I love how
Are you gonna put, all right, show me how you're gonna put your rose on there.
These roses are edible sometimes.
They are very pretty, I love it.
Yeah, I'll put it there.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, dear. So I just finished the centerpiece. I'm going to go ahead and move this over. I'm going to put a couple just loose rose petals around the sides of it, and then take this into the kitchen and dump this off. So here is our Beauty and the Beast movie viewing party table. We've got all of the different accessories here in the center. I'm going to turn on Lumiere and he flickers. We've got the Enchanted Rose, and I have a video on showing how to make that as well. And we're gonna have gray stuff cupcakes, Belle cupcakes, and some gray stuff as a dessert. And then the main course is sirloin steaks, some veggies, potatoes, and croissant rolls. Then over here, the Disney store gave us these Belle masks that the girls can play with later or wear while they're waiting to watch the movie. So I'm getting the food on plates. It's just steak with some green beans and some potatoes and a crescent roll. So the food's really the same. It's just the presentation and the desserts that'll be different. So the girls are checking everything out here. You're pouring some Mrs. Potts tea here.
The petals aren't edible.
No, the petals are not edible. So we're getting ready to eat our main course, and the girls put on their fancy dresses since we're having a party tonight. So that was fun. So I think that since it's all set up, we may just have Beauty and the Beast dinner every single night this week. So we're gonna go put the movie on, and I'm gonna finish the gray stuffed cupcake. Bella's wearing her Belle mask there, very cute. And we're gonna put the Beauty and the Beast movie on here. All right, here we go. So I'm taking a break from watching the movie. The kids are still watching, and I'm gonna get the gray stuff ready real quick. And I also have the items to do LeFou's brew, and they don't know that. So LeFou, I always say it wrong. Anyhow, the really yummy apple juice, basically, that has just the toasted marshmallow stuff in it. It's this stuff right here. It's really, really good. So I'm gonna get the gray stuff out and make some gray stuff cupcakes, and I'll show you that. I'm gonna put some gray stuff on plates. And then I'm gonna make a little bit of the LeFou's brew, and then that'll be it for our night. This is fun. It's fun. I think I'm just gonna leave the table like this all week long. We're just celebrate all week long. It's the gray stuff, so this has been in the fridge the whole time. And what I'm gonna do to make it look pretty is I'm gonna put it in these bags. These are icing bags, and I've got different tips, so I can put it on top of the cupcakes, or I can just put some on plates. And then you can also just put this in a container and, you know, keep a batch of it, because obviously there's a lot here when you make a full thing. So if you want to do a smaller version of this, I'll definitely try to get that blog post up and link that down below, because it worked really, really well just using those already made pudding cups. So I'm gonna get these on some cupcakes and in this little disposable decorating bag. So here's what the gray stuff cupcakes look like, and here is the gray stuff on a plate. And then I just use these little pearls as accents on the top of it. So here are the different dessert options on the table. And Belle's excited. She just ran in to come take a look at the gray stuff. So she's excited about that. We're taking a gray stuff break here so they can have a little taste of the gray stuff.
I have to do a thing.
Is it good? Natalie's got crazy hair finding the couch. You like it? I put lots of sprinkles on it. Your hair, Natalie. Yay!
In the picture, someone was like, "Oh, I got the truck!" Yay!
The kids are all hyped up from their cupcakes and watching the movie, so we're just gonna leave it at that for tonight. We're gonna make our apple drink tomorrow, and I'll try to share that in a video or at the end of this video. So as you can hear, they had fun. So that is it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed following along with our Beauty and the Beast night, and we're looking forward to seeing the live action movie very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!